Welcome back to Mass Effect 3. JC here. Codex time again, and this time we have some primaries, and the secondaries is also blinking, so let's get on with it, shall we?
Garrus Vakarian is a noted Turian sharpshooter and combat engineer. He was born on Palaven and became a Citadel security officer like his father, but left the Force when superiors shut down his investigation into the rogue Spectre Saren Arterius. Vakarian eventually discovered that Saren had been indoctrinated by the Reaper known as Sovereign. Vakarian eventually found his way to the criminal haven of Omega and assumed the name Archangel. There, he and a small group of operatives worked to disrupt the settlement's powerful mercenary groups until Shepard recruited him. The Turian narrowly survived the Second Normandy's attack on the Collectors. More recently, Vakarian has become the head of a Turian task force focused on preparing for the Reaper invasion. The Brute is a hulking amalgamation of Turian and Krogan victims of the Reapers. Because tissue from dextroprotein species like the Turians is incompatible with levoprotein species like the Krogan, implants regulate the Brute's body chemistry to combat organ rejection. It is the fusion of Turian military skill and Krogan blood rage that makes the Brute such a formidable enemy, capable of destroying armored vehicles to get to the soldiers inside. Troops are advised to keep their distance and, whenever possible, not engage a Brute alone. Marauders are harvested Turians that command and protect other Reaper troops. The lean, armored creatures present a significant threat in and of themselves, but they are especially dangerous when leading a Reaper task force. Alliance Marines have observed Marauders fortifying husks and cannibals by enveloping them in a ribbon of energy that forms a scabby shell of armor. For this reason, when Alliance soldiers encounter a Marauder alongside husks or cannibals, standing orders are to target the Marauder first.
Oh, Cerberus engineers. Haven't done this one. Okay. Cerberus combat engineers are specialized support units that assess the primary forces while staying out of the line of fire. Unless I'm there, and then they just kind of bump straight into me and get blasted into oblivion. They wear lighter armor than the typical Cerberus combatant, using a modified mesh that allows greater mobility. Under cover and out of sight, engineers focus on setting up and maintaining turrets, as well as repairing mechanical units or armored allies. When confronted, they return fire only for as long as it takes them to find cover again and let frontline combat personnel take over. I was going to say get out of frontline combat, but no. Let the armoured people take over. Although engineers are not particularly dangerous on their own, the Alliance specifically warns troops to remain alert for turrets, which can mow down an entire squad while the engineer escapes. Best thing is when you're setting them up, if you target the turret before it's set up, you can shoot it a lot, and then it explodes in the engineer's face, killing him. Which is great. Or if you've got any kind of stunning effect, a throw will disrupt the process as well. Concussive shot, all those things will disrupt the process, resulting in the turret exploding. The Reaper War, the Battle of Palaven. Well, Tarantus fell. Funny names again. Well, the Turians knew little about the Reapers except that they were warned that they wanted to enrage the Turians. Whatever. Staying calm, the Turians massed in force around Palaven, their homeworld. Fleet Admiral Unpronounceable, in what became known as the 15-minute plan, stationed only 2 carriers, Undaunted and Resolute, near the system's relay. When the Turian fleet emerged, the carriers launched swarms of unmanned fighters and spy drones. These were quickly destroyed, but the drones transmitted vital data on the Reaper's effective range, fleet composition, and exact location. The Turian's other ships then deployed to defend the system in earnest. Interesting. Knowing that the Reaper's weapons had a longer effective range than any of his own, the Admiral made a short, daring FTL jump, landing his dreadnoughts in the middle of the Reaper fleet. I'm not entirely sure that's a sane plan, but... The dreadnoughts then turned to line up their main guns on Reapers, which also needed to turn to fire on the Turians. This ploy used the Reaper's size against them. Because they could turn faster, the Turian dreadnoughts locked targets first, and their concentrated firepower downed several Reaper capital ships. Nice, and then got... yeah. The Reapers countered instantly, as they do, their destroyers performing a jump of their own to the skies above Palaven. Beginning orbital strikes on Turian cities. The Turians, forced to defend the planet, found themselves in a pitched battle far from the relay, from which emerged a seemingly endless line of Reaper ships. After massive casualties, the Admiral ordered retreat. The Turians insist that Palaven is not lost. The battle has merely moved to the ground. Reaper troop transports have dumped hordes of husks to capture Palaven's inhabitants, but met with little success. Reaper capital ships are destroying city after city, but much of the Turian fleet is still operable, and the citizenry is heavily armed. The Turians refuse to be intimidated, because they're Turians. And there we go. That's everything. Ta-da! Wait, we've still got stuff to hand back on the Citadel. Right. So that was relatively quick. Nice. Didn't have to do much in the way of reading. So, on that note, thank you for watching. Until next time, this is JC, out.